Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Go. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And if it wasn't for Fridays like this, looking forward to Memphis is on Saturday, your boy Rummage would already be in Florida. Steve Rummage in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
How did you know that I spent the morning telling Charity, look, just look up jobs. Look up, just hypothetically see what's open.
Not saying you have to pull the trigger on anything, but I just need to plant the seed so that it can germinate on getting out of this place and getting down to Florida.
Yeah. I was like, that would be just because this is just brutal. I mean, just
and
brutal.
It's not even that bad, Steve. I'm sure you would be the first to acknowledge it's not that bad, but it's still snow.
I got out and shoveled and clean. I was like, this is just hell. I mean, it's the worst, man.
Just look, nothing, and like I said, not to impair complete transportation and mobility, but it's just a inconvenience that you're not prepared to deal with for extended parts of the year.
Well, it's an inconvenience that other people don't deal with, you know? and it's very easy. You remove yourself from one place, put yourself in another place. Now you don't deal with this anymore. Now, there's some people that disagree. Some people are like, I would never want to leave the seasons and and it be summer all year round, basically.
Right.
And I get that. I am not that person.
It's funny. Two quick things, Steve. Number one, if you want to start doing that, you know what you're going to have to do, right? You're going to have to give Charity the mortality chart, right? You're going to have to say, hey, Charity, I'm this age, you're this age.
I'm dying.
We have less than 45 more summers on average. 30 that are really going to be enjoyable. We only have 12 more summers with Xavier, at this age, it's just to capitalize. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening. Yeah.
Hey, and Charity, in order for us to make the most of our lives, we're going to have to take it. We're losing days inside of this home. Do you know how many hours that I've lost in my life? How much vitality that I've lost? A shout out to Tri-State Men's Health for trying to help restore some of that vitality. But listen, I'm on the clock. Tick tock. We got to get out
hypothetically. Listen, hypothetically, there's a pretty big job that hypothetically has reached out to Coach Lieberman. Okay. All hypothetical, of course, in the state of Florida. And he mentioned this to me, right? I don't want to put too much business on there because it's still kind of private and you never know,
You never know.
He mentioned it to me and I said, yes. He said, well, I haven't even finished telling you. I said, yes. I'll go.
We'll sign up and figure the rest out later.
Don't need to know the details. Don't need to know. It's like once I got the details, I was like, oh man, that's a pretty big deal. It's like, but I was like, nope, don't need to know. Yes.
So we can adjust around pretty much everything else.
Yeah. Yes. He's like, will you stop? Well, would you be able to not do radio anymore? Yes. No snow. No. Yes.
Listen, I'll tap in every once in a while. And I'll
Marcus will get Larry O'Bannon on with him. Something, somebody, look, Reese will come back into town and start doing. It'll be midday.
Steve, how dare you,
and
Steve?
Reese.
That seat is irreplaceable. I will put listen. I will put that chair. I'll put a sweater on that chair. I'll put a Steve Rummage homage to that chair. It will be the Jobu of the radio office.
Yeah.
And I'll say a prayer for the winter falling soldier.
2 weeks. You'll do 2 weeks of shows by yourself. Hey Reese, so what you up to, man? You trying to get in? You trying to get involved?
I can't take this no more. I need somebody to talk. Just talk. Nikki
People are
be
like,
in the booth. Sorry
oh,
about
let's do it.
Nikki
No.
be in the
They
booth.
want the boot.
Mm.
Okay. Steve's going to want to punch me in the
Oh,
face.
God. Here we go.
I like the snow. This type of snow is my favorite type of snow. It's easy to pack. You can make a good snowball. It was easy to get off my car.
I will say this.
You just have to dust it off.
It is easy to shovel. It is easy to. This snow has not been bad. I will say that.
No,
Yeah.
even me, I get annoyed with some winter weather.
Yeah.
This was fine. Jeanette this morning stole my snow. I got a really nice snow brush, ice scraper combo, and so she stole that this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think she was mad at me because in the past she's cleaned my car off too. Today she just was like, "Where's your snow scraper?" And I was like, "It's in my car." She was like, "All right, I'm grabbing it." I was like, "Okay." And then she left, and I left 5 minutes later, and I was expecting the snow scraper back in my car. And it wasn't.
Oh.
So I was freaking out. I was like, oh, great. Now I'm going to have to use a CD case or something. I've done that before to have to scrape my windshield. And sure enough, all the snow came off. It was very easy.
So Nick's like, well, now I'm pushing out the engagement for another 6 months since you did that.
Everything she does wrong buys Nick another 7.5. Listen, You know what I realized too, Steve, and let's just Nikki. Also, I want you guys to put this on the toxic meter. 8150 939 is the number. 3831 939 is the text line. Rate this on the Richter scale of toxicity. You want to know what sent me from 0 to 100? Watching a woman knock snow off the car in an efficient way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine I'm having my, just imagine I'm having my morning coffee and I'm just looking out in the parking lot, right? And okay, I'm from a neighborhood where Mr. Maben, if he has two, strong young boys, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to clean off at least 10 cars. Basically in your direct vicinity. Hey, boy, why don't you knock off Mr. Pig's snow on his car too? Knock off your mama's car, clean all them cars, and make sure you get Rick across the street and get the late. It's like you learn efficiency even as a child, because you try to go out there in just a hoodie and not get all the way bundled up, just to knock the cars off, start the cars, just little stuff like that. So you just learn how to be efficient as a child, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm sitting there looking through the window like, that's not how you do it. And why are you doing that? And why are you doing And I'm like, at this point, you're just playing in the snow.
Yeah.
And
I
can see
doing too much.
I can see a guy just going out and just going, here, let me do it, right? And I could see how a woman could be insulted by a guy coming out there saying, "Oh, hey, just let me do it." It's killing me to watch you work with so much inefficiency that I'd rather do it myself and save us both. Listen, not that I could have just stayed in the house and just watched everybody do it, but it's like, no, you need to learn how to knock the snow off your car with some efficiency.
Yeah.
Is that considered toxic, or is it 2025 toxic?
No, I think it's toxic because, listen, here's my thing. I go out there. I'm not out there for fun. So it is, you are just boom, boom, boom.
Every push needs to really count.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like every broom stroke really needs to get maximum plowing of the snow off of your car.
Drew texted me today, going into the 9 o'clock hour, and I just left the house or was leaving the house, and he was like, hey, basically, hey, if you get in, jump in, whatever, and I was like, I don't even know if I want to do radio. Like, just the attitude that I had back, just like, okay, Drew.
But all it's gonna take is one thing to
Fine.
Listen.
And then when as I'm driving in, look, he would be, look. I shouldn't even say this because he's the boss. Even though he's a friend, he's still the boss. I was like, I'm just gonna stop and get a coffee. Stop and get a coffee.
I can't wait till that one day he reminds you. And look, he just says something nice and snarky to you. It's like, yeah, man, I remember when you were just dying to get in here.
I know. Yeah, I was like, but here's the thing.
You have a whole system reset, Marcus. Steve.
If it's sunny and it's beautiful and it's a nice day, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put a little pep in my step. I'm gonna go do the show with Drew. Then I'm gonna run over to the coffee shop afterwards. And I'll just give me a little coffee there. And then, but the snow, I was just like, I don't.
Listen, Nikki is a nepo baby.
Creighton, earn your money.
Nikki is a nepo baby, so he can't relate to us in this situation.
I agree.
But Steve, at certain points in your life,
it's true,
and Marcus's as well, there's no weather element, there's no time portal, there's no hurdle that would have stopped. Do you know Marcus and Steve fought through a global pandemic just to be in the studio?
All right, get out of your system, Steve. Go ahead. All right, just go ahead.
You bared through you risked losing your license.
Fought Nick tooth and nail.
Fought the Valvano posse just for the opportunity to get to the studio and pick up the microphone and be here for the people.
You guys can talk that good spit. I was here every day too. No,
that was the irony of it. Unmasked Nick strutting around the studio was the irony of it.
And the first one to get COVID too in the studio was your boy.
Trying to do radio through a mask lasted about 12.3 seconds. Boy, Nick, take off the mask on the microphone.
Listen, Coach Rock, he seems to be a good coach. Okay.
Nick, you can't.
It was all fun and games until I couldn't smell or taste anything. And then I was like, Nick's right about all this.
Hey, do you remember those KFOV masks we had?
Yeah, those were actually.
If you had to wear them, they were actually pretty comfortable.
I didn't get mad at the mask until they started becoming a fashion statement. Then I was like, okay, we've went too far. We've went too far. Yeah. Question. Let me start here as we kick into it. Kick into gear here. Why is there not? This is. We play Memphis tomorrow. I'm not getting the vibe that there is a ton of, maybe I'm wrong, correct me, please. I'm not getting the vibe there's like a ton of juice for it.
Oh, I agree, but it's okay. You're wrong.
Yeah, no, tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I want to know.
This is my explanation. This is my vibe check on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think there is a lot of juice, but here's the thing. I'll make the example like this. You have a favorite meal, right? You have a favorite meal that Charity cooks, right? When you get off work, she's gonna have your meal prepared, right? You're looking forward to the meal. Back when you didn't know how how consistent she was at preparing this particular meal. I know she knows how I, what doneness I like my steak. I know she knows how creamy I like my potatoes. I know she likes, or she knows I want the extra chives and the little, boat of butter in the middle of my potatoes with the steak and the A1 sauce. She knows exactly how I like this, but she has made this for you just enough times to where I don't even have to get excited until I get home, I get showered, I get cleaned up, and then I can take my time and sit down in front of my dinner and just really, relax and then enjoy my stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's your favorite meal and you trust the cook. So you don't have to spend all day, oh man, I'm gonna get that steak tonight. And listen, now you can fully focus on what you're doing right now. I think the fan base is like just focused on what they're doing. And they're having fun looking at Kentucky suffer. That's fun right now for the average Louisville fan. Doesn't Kentucky play tonight?
No, I think, do they? No, they play tomorrow, right? Don't they play Indiana tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow. Okay. But listen, even still, my local social media is just unlimited tears, rivalry tears, and panic and all this good stuff. So I think just the comfort and the consistency. Listen, but here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I think everyone knows Memphis is still Memphis, and Memphis is not going to look. Memphis's record and Memphis's scout, which we were going to go over today. Memphis's scout and record. There's always a huge chance that is not going to be the same team that runs out on our court. And then I'm gonna tune in to middays with Marcus Maben. I'm going to listen to Steve and Marcus go back and forth about the threat level that is Memphis. And then I'm going to say, well, they only lost to Purdue by like 9 points.
Oh, yeah.
They just beat Baylor.
Oh, yeah.
In their last game. Like that Wake Forest loss was a crazy corner, well drawn up play that even Coach Crum used to run the exact same play for me and Nate, whoever's on the other side of So, like anybody should know this is Memphis. And then when you start going roster and I start telling you, Aaron Bradshaw's on that team, right? Like, how many 7-foot, they got athletic 7-footers, and you like the threat level when you start getting into the Memphis conversation. Listen, it's going to go to, 0 to, 100.
Listen, I'm totally with you on the game itself. Because, I'm like, I look at them, and like I said, I've been saying it all week. I'm like, man, it's going to be a tough game. Like, and Louisville may win it big, and to me that will be a credit to Louisville. Like, hey man, you guys showed up.
Cook.
Yes, and you're gonna, but I just this week, I don't know, man. It just feels like it's been odd. Now I will say, Texter says, I don't know, Steve. I'm pretty fired up for it. I went to Memphis, Louisville rabbit hole last night, watched all types of highlights. I'm ready to go. Yeah, so I don't want to say I'm speaking for everybody for sure, but
I do know what you're saying. Like, there's not a lot of banter about Memphis. It's not a lot of, real deal, just Memphis, Louisville. Like, the high level of hate and angst isn't there publicly.
You want to? Let me give you a good answer. Like a positive, not a good answer, but I'm like, yeah, your answers suck. Let me give you a real answer. No, but like, answer. Yeah. Like, let me give you an answer that's on the positive side of it. I do wonder though if it's just not that Louisville has bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? Like if we're not looking at this season now back to, hey man, I'm pumped for Memphis, but I've got Tennessee 3 days later, 4 days later, whatever, in Knoxville. I've got a team that now bracketologies are coming out, and I'm, I've got a team I think is going to be a 1, 2, 3 seed. It's just, I do wonder if there's some of that we're almost trying to remember how to deal with so much success.
You know, I will say this, Steve. I think the Cincinnati game took a little bit of the edge off of the old school rivalries.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Just kind of like
I was actually going to say that you're 100% right. I think
the way he handled Cincinnati, the way we really took care of business Cincinnati, it kind of gave us.
Because there was juice for that.
Yes.
Going into that
scheduling,
game, people were like,
even the scheduling. Yep. Like, you respected the danger of the Memphis, the Cincinnati, the Indiana, you know, like those were really dangerous games on the schedule. Like, again, it's my job to say this right now and remind you that this is a hell of a schedule that he put on this thing. Again, talk to an outsider. Listen to when I tell Pops Maven, hey, Dad, you know he's scheduled. You know, we got Kentucky early. We got Kansas in the exhibition. We got, you know, Cincinnati. He added Memphis. We got Tennessee. We going to Arkansas to play. Oh, hey, you talking about Cal Perry now? Yeah, Dad, we're going there too. And then we come back and we play this team. And he's like, oh, man, like, hey, man. Like, man, I like that little, you know, believe it or believe, but I don't know if you're ready for all that. You know what I'm saying? So think about an outside guy saying, he's suicidal. You know, he said, I like that coach. I don't want him to get ran off if he drops a couple, games early. Because he out of respect to the threat.
Schedule. Yes. Yeah, that's a tough schedule.
Right.
And we are on the last 2 legs of the out of conference slate.
Ooh.
And we only have 1 loss.
Ooh. 1 loss on December 12th.
Yeah. Yeah, we have 1 loss. And here's the thing, we're favored tomorrow in the game. So
well, what is the spread?
Let me see if I can find it for sure. I mean, I had it just
UNLV, they lost to UNLV 92-78, lost to Purdue 80-71. Purdue is big time. Lost to Wake 69-68 by 1. One of their first games of the year, Ole Miss 83-77, 6-point game at Ole Miss. Ooh.
That's what they're 4-4.
Right, but that's if you can find a okay.
Let me get an actual spread.
Yeah, I was gonna say take your time with that. I'm talking about the things that jumped off because, like I said, I always look for very misleading records of teams with tough schedules. So if I tell you, if I'm Memphis and I said I'm starting off the year with Baylor, Purdue, Wake, Ole Miss, UNLV, that's my early out of conference schedule. That could be a damn good team that's just, getting it together with a bunch of very multifaceted types of players on his team. That could be a extremely dangerous team. And listen, say what you want. We've seen him get late and give some people some real good scares, and it may be due to schedules like this early. It could be a very underrated team, and teams that really go on a lot of confidence are even more dangerous. Ooh, I'm going to have that confidence conversation. But did you get that spread?
No, it doesn't look like there's an official spread out. I'm going to get Nick to give me a Ken Palm score.
You mean Nick doesn't already have that waiting for you, Steve?
No, Nick is gone. But I think he went to get the guy delivered the checks and stuff. So I think he's
okay. What makes the producer of Middays the check guy?
Nick
dead
is
center of the show. What do you think he's going to leave not leave the checks? I'll just come back next Wednesday.
He has a formula for the Ken Palm. Nick is back. Nick is no longer with us. No, Nick was getting the checks. Nick, can you give me your Ken Palm mad scientist formula
Sagarin. Yeah, sure.
for what they expect the score to be tomorrow.
Sagarin basketball.
Yeah, because Nick does this really well. By the way, Texter says Ken Palm rankings for our non-con are 20, 29, 75, 64, 18. I mean, so you don't think it's very good? Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't.
And again,
So
I'm talking.
So you don't think playing,
I'm talking about
like,
basketball.
You don't think, well, no, I'm legitimately asking the texter,
Yeah,
like,
yep.
so you don't think playing Kentucky, Arkansas, Cincinnati, Memphis, Tennessee,
Or were they just helping with the show? Just making
Like,
sure you
you
had some
don't-
stats to go to.
No, because they say it isn't that tough. I mean, like, okay, well then, yeah, you're right. I guess we should schedule a lot harder. I don't know.
Or
But, I mean, if
schedule
you're
a
not-
lot weaker. No, that
If you're not
text
impressed with the team,
that
I don't
text
really
makes
know
me
what's
say,
Sagarin.
you know what, schedule weaker, coach. Because that person's not going to be, listen, make everybody else in the fan base pissed off. So that texter right there can just say, well, it doesn't matter. No, out of conference doesn't matter at all. So you might as well just play anybody.
Yeah, I don't.
I think we need a home and home against Bellarmine, a home and home against Eastern, a home and home against Murray State. I mean, let's just do it like that. Keep it all regional.
I don't.
I was on the Sagarin page, and I'm like, where the hell is Louisville? How is UK ahead of them?
Yeah.
How is Clemson
No,
ahead of them?
it's not in your favorites, Nikki.
That was pretty good. That was pretty
It
good.
made me cough. That was
That
funny.
was good.
That was
got
good.
you.
Yeah, I got you cooked me with that one. Not gonna lie. And then I realized he hasn't updated it since 2022, 2023. No wonder Louisville was way down there.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I was like,
Well, then we don't need the Sagarin score.
yeah. So sorry.
So Sagarin's dead. Okay.
At least in college, he still does NFL, but I think he does college football. But yeah, he doesn't do college basketball.
Okay.
anymore.
Okay,
well,
so
that's
where
disappointing.
am I going to find the first wave of juice, Steve, in the Memphis Louisville thing?
I mean, I think this is going to be one. I mean, I'm going to give you a better answer, but I do think this is one where people are going to get out there tomorrow, and it's going to be okay. We're playing Memphis State. There they are. Let's go get. Let's go get this one. You see them, but I mean, it's one of those things where. Before then, I don't know. I mean, again, maybe it's just that we haven't played them.
So the rivalry emotion isn't fresh for the younger juice crowd, or here's the thing: there's no if it bleeds it leads element to this one until you bleed.
Yeah, I mean, there really is.
Yeah, because again, you can justify blowing them out. You can justify having an expectation to blow out a 4-14. But I can tell you, and I can challenge your basketball acumen and say, okay, well, when the tip-off happens and you look at that team out there, does that look like a 4-4 team, roster-wise, athleticism-wise, individual skill-wise? Does that look like a 4-4 team? Like we can have that conversation. I can challenge you, to that stuff. I can challenge you to go. Spread is 14. I'm getting on the YouTube channel, Steve.
It's probably I figured it when it officially comes out.
So when you see 14, do you say we're going to get screwed? They're going to keep it under that 14 at all costs?
When the official one comes out, because I think they're going by like the like somebody on the text line said, like the Torvik has it as the 13 and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 11 or 12. I think when like the official book comes out or whatever. But we're a pretty good team.
We are a
too,
decent.
so-
We got a nice little team over here, Steve.
I feel like sometimes we forget, and we're just putting ourselves up against other. Like, well, what can that team do? And maybe that's an Arkansas effect.
Okay, well, let me do this, Steve. We're gonna set up this commercial break. Okay, when we come back, we're going to add artificial juice. I actually don't call it artificial juice. What would make Steve sit up in his chair thinking about, like, when you start thinking about the matchup of Memphis, just kind of getting into it a little bit. You can go big picture, you can get into players, but just what kind of things where you just say a thought, an intrusive thought gets into your brain about this game. What intrusive thought about the upcoming game versus Memphis has the potential to replicate and spiral out of control in your mind and have you waking up in cold sweats or something to that effect by the time we get the tip off tomorrow? Let's take a quick commercial break, get a good reset here on 93.9 The Ville.
Lamar Jackson and Ravens football plays here.
Jackson will hand it off. Derrick Henry up the middle. He's to the 30, 20, leg race, gone! Touchdown, Derrick Henry!
It's the Ravens hosting Joe Burrow and the Bengals, with coverage beginning Sunday at 12:30 with kickoff at 1.
Lamar keeps it. Read option, running to the right, gets outside the number. Touchdown, Ravens! Lamar Jackson extends the Ravens lead, and this crowd has come back to life.
Right here on your home for the NFL, 93.9 The Ville.
This Christmas, give the gift she'll remember forever. The kind of magic you'll only find at Genesis Diamonds. Engagement rings, diamond bracelets, eternity bands, earrings, pendants, and everything else on her wish list. This December at Genesis, you can get the holiday jewelry she wants for $0 down and no interest for 5 years. So you can go big without going broke. Right now, our non-commissioned experts are ready to help you find the headliner gift. From a few $100s to a few $100,000. Elegant pendants, dazzling eternity bands, stylish wedding bands, and an incredible selection of diamond classic jewelry. $0 down, 0 interest for 5 years. And don't forget to browse the largest selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. And if you love a deal, you must visit our all-new holiday sale price vault. With case after case of expertly curated Christmas gifts we're offering at half price. 50% savings, our deepest discount ever. Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza. See store for details.
Tired of that squeaky, unreliable garage door? Louisville's trusted experts in residential garage door installation and repair. From the same family behind Schiller Hardware, serving our community for nearly 100 years, Schiller Overhead Door brings that same quality craftsmanship and reliability right to your home. Schiller Overhead Door specializes in beautiful, durable garage doors built to last. And if you're not ready for a brand new door, no problem. Schiller Overhead Door can replace that old, noisy operator with a smooth, quiet system that makes your garage feel brand new. With winter right around the corner, cold weather can put extra strain on your garage door and its operator. So now's the perfect time to make sure everything's running smoothly. Schiller Overhead Door also offers commercial overhead doors, dock levelers, and commercial operators to keep your loading areas safe and efficient. Don't wait for a breakdown. Call Schiller Overhead Door today or visit espnlouisville.com/garage for your free quote.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
This is Noah Ellison. On behalf of Retirement Planning Solutions, our team wants to thank you for another year of trust and connection. This holiday season, we hope your days are filled with gratitude, togetherness, and joyful moments. Happy holidays from Retirement Planning Solutions.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes
I'm sorry, I didn't realize
sewage,
that was you.
grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com. KFCYumCenter.com. Also, I want to give a huge shout out and special thanks to one of the most trusted members of the team. That would be one Kentuckiana Pump Sales. For every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com. KentuckianaPumps.com. Did he not make it back yet?
No, he's back, but let me tell you why. So our guy Robert showed up.
Okay, sorry.
And Robert, listen, first off, Robert dropped me off. No, he didn't drop it off for me. He dropped it off for charity. Russell's Reserve Private Barrel Selection. Okay, Russell's, she loves Russell's, right? And a bottle of Wild Turkey Rare Breed right here. And then he dropped Nick off 2 bottles of something. And then he dropped James Black off 2 1.75 liters Sky Vodka.
I forgot James Black was such an enjoyer, a connoisseur of Sky Vodka.
You have, so Marcus, up here at the studio, you have 2 gigantic bottles of Sky Vodka waiting on you.
Seriously, it's like a gallon.
These are massive.
You know what's really funny about that, Steve?
I'm listening.
I've been drying out for the last week.
Yeah.
And he's right on time.
Oh, man.
I'm nice and detoxed. It's going to take me a while to get through those.
Man,
but
shout
just
out
because
to
I want to spare James from being tempted, I'll be in there soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would the size of these bottles. If I were you, I would get in here quickly.
Put them on Phil Baker's desk, and Phil doesn't mind. Oh,
yeah,
Phil's getting a bear nose today too. Steve, you got a bear nose shout out real quick because I don't want to leave them off the books.
Oh yeah, listen, always give a shout out to George and our team, the Bear Nose team over there, man. We appreciate them for all they do.
13 area locations.
13 area locations, and there's a great read for that's somewhere right now, and I don't.
Besides award-winning pizza, they serve pasta, sandwiches, salads, apps, including chicken wings, dine-in, carry-out, delivery. Yeah, it's that good. Bear Nose Pizza.
It's that good.
By the way,
good, guys.
to Robert, who I'm sure is still listening.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, my wife.
Thank you.
And my wife has texted back with OMG, all capitals. Yay, I've been wanting to try that private barrel selection so bad. So yeah, this is it's a nice little drop. So thank you, Robert, for that, man. That's very kind of him.
And now you see why Steve is gonna have to be at Tri-State for double time.
Yeah, right. I know. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, Robert's killing me, man.
Yeah.
The wife. All right. She got 3 days off now, today, tomorrow, Friday. So I'm like,
lace them up.
Yeah, lace them up. Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know.
I was just going back to Memphis.
I was going to go back to the question, and I was going to say, speaking of lacing them up,
yeah,
Steve, again, headed into the break, if you're just joining us, I put this question for the people. I put the question for the text line. I put the question for Nikki if he wants to participate. I put the question for Steve. What about this game will bring you angst? What intrusive thought about this game can get into your mind and start spiraling out of control and sending you down the rabbit hole. I'm listening, Steve.
This is the exact team. This to me is because, again, Memphis is going to win a lot of games down the stretch here, okay, especially in the conference. This is the exact team that you're going to see in round 2. If you're a 1 or a 2
hot
seed,
version of this team.
Yeah. If you're a 1 or a 2 seed, you're going to come up against an insane, athletic, second round.
Uber confident.
We're in Chicago or wherever we're at. I was looking at some of the locations yesterday. So we're in Chicago, something like that, and you have a crazy athletic team like Memphis. And tomorrow I am going to find myself putting this team retro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to watch this team, and I'm going to be able to go, okay, I'm seeing myself. Superimpose. Gosh, that's what I'm kind of looking for right there. Superimpose. I'm going to be watching this team, and I'm going to be like, man, that is like, that's what we're dealing with right here. Like, I'm watching my team in the second round. You're playing a hot team, a Memphis team. By the way, I was really looking for the locations real quick. It's Buffalo, Greenville, South Carolina, Oklahoma City, Portland, Oregon, Tampa, Florida, Philly, San Diego, St. Louis. And then the 4 regionals are Houston, San Jose, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. So really nowhere close. So you're gonna get your traveling shoes on, boys.
Whatever it is, it's going to be ugly.
The Final Four is in Indy, though.
They picked the most ugly places we could possibly have tournament games in.
But does that make sense that, like, I'm going to watch this and I'm going to say, man, that's going to be a team that I'm going to have to beat. And you're right. It's going to be a hotter, better version of a team like this. So that's what I'm going to kind of get out of tomorrow, because Memphis has length. Probably length that we won't see again. Really, Tennessee probably has it. Duke, maybe.
Yeah. You'll stumble. Like, your point is there's not a lot of teams that just go Florida State length and just go heavy length, stack the length, and then we'll figure it out.
Well, and Memphis is that. And if you don't believe me, I mean, just listen to this, Marcus. Without names, okay? I'm just going to do just straight up Memphis. Look, just straight up Memphis roster positions. Guard 6'4". Guard 5'11". That's it. They suck. Guard 6'7". Forward 6'8". Forward 6'11". Guard 6'3". Forward 6'8". Center 7'1". Forward 7'1". Forward 6'8". Guard 6'8". Guard 6'4". Forward 6'9". Guard 6'4". Center 6'11". That's what you're dealing with.
Yep.
That's a massive team.
Massive. And listen, high motor guys too. These aren't lazy. These are not like these are not heavy body 7-footers. These are agile 7-footers. Even if their skill set is not good. Listen, these are the kind of 7-footers that you can say, hey, lob threat, paint protection.
Yep.
That's it. And get the ball to our guards. Get the ball to your senior guard, junior guard, and junior, and sophomore was a guard, senior guard. Aaron Bradshaw Jr. Is he listed as 7'1", Steve?
Yeah, dude. He's
I don't know. Penny, you might have let him.
Yeah, that one, it could be. Yeah, he might be 6'11".
You might have gave him a bump on that one. Just to
yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
He said, you know what he said? Look, that was the last in the negotiation. See, this is why Penny gets Bradshaw over Pope. He just says, you know what? I'll put you 7-1 in the media guy. You know what?
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Once you do that, Coach, we got a deal. That's the closing line. Okay, well, Steve, let me go superimpose anxiety moment. Okay?
Mhm.
Like I said, I won't be in the second hour. You guys got plenty of meat on the bone for the second hour conversation. Steve, when I asked that question about just what is that one thing that's going to just like, oh God, what is, you used the irrational fear.
Yeah.
The irrational fear. It's not completely irrational, but it is an extreme fear, and it could go into an extreme rabbit hole. Okay. One of my notes, and I wrote it, not even thinking much of it, but I wrote it, and then 2 notes later, I went back and I wanted to add to the note, and I was thinking I should have left some more room for that statement. The note was, boy, Michael Brown Jr. better, I'm going to use the word exactly, better buckle up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Brown Jr. better buckle up. And then when I later on said I should have left some room for it, and I said, I wrote Michael Brown Jr. can either buckle up or charge the storm. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Michael Brown Jr., good or bad, has a sign on his back. He has a sign on his back for 2 reasons. Number 1, he's the only one that seems like okay, Isaac McNeely, Ryan Conwell, Adrian Woolley, Kenai Roos, Javon Hadley. Out of everybody I just named, who reacts? Who reacts to plays emotionally?
Like emotionally?
Yeah.
I
Rarely
mean,
any of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, maybe the young guy, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm agreeing with where you're
Right.
going, I think, but yeah, none of those guys at all.
Michael Brown Jr. is the only one who looks like we might be able to get under his skin
Without question.
and cog it up. So if I'm going against a team, if I'm looking for the mark, if I'm looking for the target, the guy the starter that we get off his game and hopefully, put a whole, monkey wrench in the whole program, just if we want to disturb that train, that smooth running train, we get Michael Brown off the track. Hopefully we can get him arguing with the coach, like stuff that he's never done or anything. But maybe we put it this way. If we're looking to get into another team's head, we would go through him. I think we can agree with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you got that is going to be in the game plan, especially Memphis teams, especially Penny Hardaway teams. Like I said, I've been dealing with Memphis since I've been 12 years old. And I'm telling you, they are so much about like the culture of Memphis basketball from the ground up is about finding the dudes to see if we can punk or see if we can get under their skin. Okay. Yeah. Now, that's already bad enough if you're marked. The fact that these guys all feel like they can make a name off of you, try to catch you before you really hit your stride, try to crack your shell while you're like, you realize, like, again, you look like the warrior with the golden armor to everybody else. So that means you're the guy that everybody is going to target. Everybody's going to try to isolate against you. If they draw a foul on you, their reaction to you fouling versus Ryan Conwell fouling versus Isaac McNeely fouling, just the clapping you're going to get in your face, the pressure you're going to get. You can either buckle up or charge the storm. Because if you charge the storm, and this is me kind of getting out of the anxiety part of it, if Michael Brown Jr. Buffalo charges into that storm and gets that respect from them early, it'll be a 27-point game.
Yeah.
But, because he's the one that also can crush their confidence.
Well, is this one that you are kind of looking at him and saying, hey, man,
100%.
This is one, where if he balls out, but there are some, like, I'm sure, great texter, don't take it personal, but there are some, like the earlier texter that'll be like, well, yeah, he balled out against Memphis, but they're 4-4.
But here's the thing. That texter is not the scout. That texter, the scouts look at the level of athleticism. I don't care about good, fundamentally sound Indiana. I care about what's he going to be playing against, when he's on the Bobcats.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, whatever, the Hornet, whatever. I care about the long, athletic, high motor guys. I care about the physicality of uber athletic guys. Can he take away an angle? Can he use his lower body, clear space on his pick and rolls, keep a guy pinned behind him, make decisions about alley-oops, get fouled, play strong with his lower body? It's crazy. If you watched that Chucky Hepburn the other night, went for like 17 and 15. He had 17 and 15 with a controlled pace, strong lower body, good patient decisions. Now, if that Michael Brown can play against supreme athleticism and keep that lower body strength and that poise and that stuff against a Memphis, that's where a lot of his real judgment from real critics and real decision makers at an NBA level, that's where he's going to get his money going.
Well, Marcus, speaking of Memphis and Louisville basketball, we have Coach Kelsey's press conference. So we're going to toss over to that, and you have a great weekend.
Indeed, same. Thank you, Nikki.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Rooms ever met. He's going to want me in that locker room.